My fiancé texted coldly. Wedding's off. Expect a call from my lawyer. I calmly replied, as you wish. Then I quietly withdrew my name from our mortgage application for the luxury condo she insisted on. Within 48 hours, lawyer was calling frantically. My client didn't realize the financial implication. He stammered. That night, she showed up at my door, designer bags in hand, demanding I fix this mess immediately. I met Jessica at a marketing conference in Chicago. She was confident, successful, and had this energy that made everyone in the room pay attention when she talked. We dated for 2 years before I proposed, and honestly, I thought we were solid. The problem started when we began planning the wedding. Jessica wanted everything to be perfect, which I understood. But perfect to her meant a $50,000 venue, a dress that cost more than my car, and a guest list of 300 people I'd never met. I made decent money as an engineer, but I wasn't rich. Jessica worked in pharmaceutical sales and pulled in almost twice what I made. Still, she expected us to split everything 50-50, even though most of the expensive choices were hers. Then came the condo situation. We'd been apartment hunting for months when Jessica found this luxury place downtown. Floor-to-ceiling windows, granite everything, a building with a doorman and a rooftop pool. The mortgage was going to be $4,800 a month. I told her it was way above our budget, but she wouldn't listen. She said we needed to invest in our future and stop thinking small. The thing is, I was the only one who actually qualified for the mortgage. Jessica's credit score was terrible because she maxed out cards and missed payments all the time. She lived like she made way more than she did. So the plan was to put the condo in my name and she'd pay me half the mortgage each month. I had a bad feeling about it, but I loved her and figured marriage meant compromise. We got approved for the mortgage in early March. The closing was scheduled for April 15th. Then on March 28th, I got the text, wedding's off, expect a call from my lawyer, no explanation, no phone call, just those 8 words. I stared at my phone for like 10 minutes trying to process what just happened. I called her 5 times. She didn't answer. I drove to her apartment, but she wouldn't open the door. I could hear her inside talking to someone, probably her sister. I went home completely destroyed, but then something clicked in my brain around 2 in the morning. If she wanted to play it cold, I could do the same. I logged into the mortgage company's website and withdrew my application. 1 button, done. I also called our wedding planner the next morning and told her to cancel everything under my name. Then I just waited. 2 days later, my phone rang from a number I didn't recognize. It was Jessica's lawyer, some guy named Richard. His voice was shaky, not at all the confident tone you'd expect from an attorney. He said there had been a misunderstanding about the condo, that Jessica didn't realize pulling out of the mortgage would affect her ability to secure the property. I almost laughed. I told Richard that Jessica ended our engagement via text message and told me to expect legal action. So I was simply protecting my financial interests, exactly like she taught me. He got quiet, then asked if we could work something out. I said no. The condo was in my name only because of her bad credit. Without me, she couldn't afford it or qualify for it. That was her problem now, not mine. He tried to argue, but I hung up. That night, around 9 p.m., my doorbell rang. It was Jessica standing there with 2 designer shopping bags in her hands. She was wearing the outfit she wore on our first date, probably thinking it would make me nostalgic. She pushed past me into my apartment and started talking fast. She said she'd made a huge mistake, that her friend Ashley convinced her I wasn't ambitious enough, that she panicked. She said we could fix this if I just called the mortgage company back. I asked her about the lawyer. She waved her hand like it was nothing. Just a precaution, she said, in case you tried to keep the engagement ring or something. I still had the ring. It was sitting in my sock drawer. I told her I didn't want to fix anything, that her text message showed me exactly who she was when things got tough. She got angry then, said I was being petty and immature, that the condo was a good investment and I was throwing it away out of spite. I explained that I was throwing away a lifetime of her making expensive decisions and expecting me to cover them when her spending caught up with her. She tried to grab my phone, saying she'd call the mortgage company herself. I pulled it away and told her to leave. She stood there for a second looking shocked, like she couldn't believe I was actually standing up to her. Then she grabbed her designer bags and stormed out, slamming my door so hard a picture fell off the wall. I sold the engagement ring 2 weeks later and used the money to book a trip to Japan I'd always wanted to take. Best decision I ever made.